Oh, there's supposed to be a couch here. Welcome to week 6. So, I've made it. The last and final week. Now this week, nothing really important is going to happen because it's the last week here. I didn't have anything planned. So with this vlog, I mainly just want to talk about the whole experience and what going to the edit center for 6 weeks was actually like. Short answer, it was incredible. Absolutely recommend it. Just like I recommend everything that has to do with New York. Now the first thing I want to mention was the commute. Commute is way better than a commute by car. In my opinion, at least. If you ever go to visit New York City, don't ever drive unless you're taking an Uber. The subway is where it's at for commuting for almost the entire city. Now, the funny thing is, I enjoy taking the subway so much that I actually did the math on what it costs taking the subway and owning a car. I found that the subway is 1/10 of the price that it is commuting by car. Look in the description to see what numbers I'm adding up. Now for the subway, most of the stations are within walking distance, so it makes it insanely easy to get around. And since most things are within walking distance of the subway, that brings me to the next thing I want to talk about. The restaurants. Now restaurants in New York are obviously more expensive, but here are some things to consider about the prices. Out of the 20 different restaurants and bars that I tried here, I never once ordered something off the menu and was disappointed. Now in your basic hometown in a restaurant, the meals will typically be around $8 to $13. A typical plate in New York will be about $15 to $20 in a typical mid-grade restaurant. That may seem like a huge jump, but think about it. If the food really wasn't worth that much, the neighborhoods would push them out by natural selection. So I promise you that those meals in the restaurants are well worth the money you spend on them. That's a nice night out in the town. But now the only reason I was able to experience all of this was because of the edit center. Now if you have any interest in film production, anything film related, I cannot recommend this course enough. Now I won't talk about the knowledge part of it, but I will say this. I am much more confident in picking up a movie and making creative decisions about it. Now they teach the ins and outs of the industry standard program Avid, which is actually the hardest program to learn by a lot of people's standards. So by the time you're done with the class, you can pick up almost any program like Premiere and use it without any hesitation. My class was taught by Betsy, Stella, and Adam, and they're 90% of the reason what makes the class fantastic. They talked with everyone like they genuinely wanted them to succeed in editing. These are also not some people that just decided to teach a school one day. These are real editors. They all have impressive IMDB pages, which I will try to link in the description. It was just, the whole thing felt super unique and like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. From the teachers being as awesome as they were, to the directors that I got to work with on their own films. And now that it's all over, I've gotten a real experience on what it's like being a real editor. I feel it's my destiny to start pursuing movie editing. Personally, that's what I think the class is there for. Some people may go through it and figure out maybe that's not what they want, but at least you know, like, without having to spend tens of thousands of dollars and go to college. Which I do plan to attend in the future. Well, this is it. This is the last night. It's gonna be the last time I get to look at this skyline for a long time. Never really hear anyone talk about the quiet parts of New York. This right now, nobody. It's peaceful. I'm definitely gonna miss this. My plans for the next 3 to 5 years will be working 2 jobs to become free of the little debt that I have and save like never before. Out of college, I'm thinking the best start is to move to New York City. I think they'll have enough opportunities for editors there. After that, who knows? I might build a good enough reputation and move to LA. But alas, class is over now. And I think it's time for me to disappear once again from this channel. Now I might be back with a short film here and there, but I don't want to promise anything because of what the next few years hold for me. So, this is Epic Movie Man, signing off and saying the proper goodbye.